and welcome to part 2 of my home videos. Alright, so in this video I'm going to focus a little bit higher in age. So Harrison is currently 5, but a lot of these books will work 12 plus. So up to 12 plus, you know, just depending on the interests of your children. So I am currently homeschooling Harrison, and so many of these books have seriously saved me because I'm not in any official program. I'm just teaching on my own, and so it's been super helpful for me. So with that being said, I'll try to start with the school books first. So let's start with these ones. We use these almost daily. These are the white clean books. So here's the alphabet, and it does come with a dry erase marker, and you can go through and he can work on his tracing, talk about, you know, oh look, so this is one I haven't cleaned off yet. See, he's working on his tracing, and then we talk about things on the page. So this has been super great. We also do free writing on the paper, but he is a little behind with his handwriting. So I have found that these tracing books he enjoys a lot more because they're fun to look at, and there's lots of different tracing that he can do. So these are $7.99, and there are a ton of the white clean activity books. I just focused more on the schooling, so I have numbers and I have the alphabet, but there's all sorts of these activity books. And again, these are $7.99, and they do come with a pen. Let's see. Some of the others that we've been enjoying are the Lift the Flap First Questions and Answers books. So this one is What Makes It Rain. So I love that this is more of a science-y type of book that we can talk about the different weather and, you know, the different types of things that makes it rain. And so they are Lift the Flap. So there's these all sorts of flaps all over, which makes it really fun for him, and lots of information. So you can choose how much information you relay, if you want just a little bit, if they're really young, or if you want to go through all the information when they're a little bit older. Just kind of leaves it up to you. And this is $14.99, and there's like where does poop come from? What makes it rain? I can't think of any more right now, but there are a ton of, not a ton, but there's like a good chunk of these that you can look into. I also have question and answers about dinosaurs because my boys are into dinosaurs. This one's a little bit bigger, but it's still the $14.99. And it just, again, goes through all sorts of questions and answers about dinosaurs, which makes it really fun. So yeah. Okay, and then what else is schooly type? Alright, so this is by Keen Miller, and these are the pop-up books. So, oop, this one's not popping up. There we go. So this is the pop-up alphabet, and we are working on letter recognition. So this has been really fun for letter recognition because they pop out. My 3-year-old has been playing with these, but they do all pop out, I promise. So there's that. And this guy is $12.99 pop-up book. Okay, these are awesome. There are several in this category as well. These are the Lift the Flap books. There's shapes, alphabet, numbers, opposites. I do have that one somewhere. There's opposites like up, down, over, under, which makes it really fun. And this one's the shapes. So there's the little flaps, and they can go through and learn about their shapes. And my 3-year-old also loves these books too. He thinks they're great. So my 5-year-old has a really hard time with focus. So I really like the picture puzzle books because they're kind of like the Where's Waldo books where they have to find something specific. And I love this for his focus because it makes him browse the page and look for something, which I really think is good practice for his focus. So there's these little bubbles that can tell you what to look for, which is really fun. So this one is the zoo one, and I know there's lots of different ones of these. And these are $14.99. Okay, so phonics. I just barely upgraded to the phonics because I feel like he's getting ready for them. And they're these phonic books that kind of rhyme to help them with certain sounds. So this is the ooh sound. This is the hullabaloo at the zoo. And so look how pretty the illustrations are, guys. It's so fun. Like, look how pretty. And it just goes through the fun story that focuses on the ooh. And there's lots of these ones that focus on different sounds. Now here's a tip, guys. You can buy these singly, which they're $6.99 for one, or I think it's $14.99. And there is a thicker book that comes with, it's like 5 or 6 of the stories put in one book. And obviously that's a much cheaper deal, right? So I would recommend finding the books of the phonics that have multiple stories in them. So you'll get more bang for your buck. But these are the phonics. We are loving these right now. Usborne, my first encyclopedia. I'm obsessed with this book. It is beautiful. Okay, so here's a science portion. Let's see. I'm talking about animals, different things. Can't see backwards. The Iron Age. It just goes through different things of the encyclopedia. Now here's another tip. You can get some of these same stories in other books. So I know there's a science book, the space book that I showed you earlier in my last video. Most of that is in this book. So again, if you want more bang for your buck, I would just go ahead and buy the encyclopedia, which is $19.99. And it's lots and lots of pages and lots of different information that you can go through with your school-aged child. So there's this one. I forgot to share this one in the toddler stage, so I will just show it to you now. This goes in the My First series, but here is more of the My First vocabulary books. And we read this one over and over again, and this is where Winston has gotten most of his vocabulary in the My First series, which makes it really fun. This was $15.99. Okay, so this guy. We've been working on reading, and there is this reading set for all of those moms that have children that are starting to read. This guy comes with 60 books, and they go in order. So they start, I have these are the ones that we've started that he has down that we're working our way up to. So you start on the first book, which I think is this one. You start on the very first book, and you go through. So mom or dad reads this, and child reads the bubbles. And so you can go through and have them sounded out. And it slowly works them up in the vocabulary as they go down through each book. And then there's also like different games and puzzles that mom or dad can work on with their child about the book. So being, since I'm teaching him how to read, these have been super helpful. So he has these guys down. I think there's still more in his bedroom. And then the rest of them are in here that we slowly work our way up. And this guy is kind of hefty in price, but guys, I'm telling you, it's been super helpful. This guy, I think, is $79.99. Yeah, $79.99. But if you think about it, that's $1.50 per book. So if you're like me and like to save money, I would rather get them in bulk and have them less per book than buying them individually. I actually don't think you can buy these ones individually. Correct me if I'm wrong, Emily, but I don't think you can. Anyway, they're super fun stories, and they slowly increase your child's vocabulary. Okay, so let's move on to just fiction, nonfiction. Which one's which? Guys, I get so confused. Storybooks. Here are our favorites. These are so fun. Nibbles the Book Monster. Guys, if you don't already own this, you need to. I'll just show you the very first book. It's so fun. So here's Nibbles the Monster, and you have your child let him free, and then he goes through and he loves to eat books. So he's gonna go through and nibble on books. Nibble, nibble, nibble. And then what is so fun is he gets into this bookcase and he starts eating through other storybooks. So here is Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So he eats through into this book. So this is a book inside of a book. And then he goes through the story and just cause havoc to the story, which is so, so fun. And then I think there's Little Red Riding that he eats his way through. Jack and the Beanstalk that he eats his way through, and it's just really fun. And then at the very end, you capture him again, but then he breaks loose. Ah. My kids love this book so much. I think there's also a Nibbles the Book Monster plush that you can get. Great gift idea for those who are looking for gift ideas, but this one's super fun. And they have Nibbles, the Dinosaur Guide, which he eats his way through a dinosaur guide. And this one is Nibbles, the Monster Hunt. So they are attacked by a big dragon and they have to escape the dragon, which is super fun. So there's these. There's also younger versions, I think Nibbles in Colors and Nibbles in Numbers, which there's not as many words and they're a little smaller, which would be really fun for younger readers too. So these are from Kane Miller, and they're $16.99 each. Super fun. Okay, so Shine the Light series. These are just a few that I pulled out. We'll do dinosaurs. So these go through and give you lots of information, but what makes it really fun is you shine the light. I did not bring in... Oh, look, there's a latch right there. Maybe it sounds broken. Oh, it still works. But you shine the light. Oh, I don't think you're going to be able to see this. But you shine the light behind it. Can you see that? At all? This poor guy's broken. Anyway, you shine the light, I just use my cell phone light. You shine the light behind it, and this pops up behind. So, like in this one, you'll be able to see its skeleton, things like that, which makes it really fun. So, these are great information books that tell you lots about dinosaurs, but in a fun way. And I have The Secrets of a Garden, and also At the Garage, and I also have, I think a train one, but they have several different options of these guys. And these were Kane Miller, $12.99. Okay. Some fun activity books. This is super fun. You have a little mouse and you follow an adventure through the mouse, and he goes through the hole in each book and pops out the other side. Super, super fun. My boys love this one. I think there's also a squirrel one. This is also by Kane Miller, $11.99. So it just goes through, he's trying to steal some cheese. It's just super fun activity books. Cheese. Anyway, super fun, and then it has this little pouch that you can keep him in so you don't lose him. Ludwig. So the Ludwig series, this one's the space one. Super fun. We just discovered these ones. It comes with the 3D glasses. And guys, it really pops. It is seriously 3D. And you go through his Ludwig's adventures, but every page is 3D for the child, which makes it so fun. So this one, these are, all of these little feathers just pop out at you. It just makes it super, super fun. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry, my kid popped in. Cuddle Bear is again one of our favorite bedtime stories, and it's about this little bear who will give everyone cuddles who needs them, which is so sweet. And I believe there's a couple in these. Okay, Pirates, super fun Kane Miller books. We love the, is it fiction? The fiction, right, of Kane Miller. Super fun for nap time, bedtime books. This one's one of our favorites. 1, 2, 3 by the Sea, Kane Miller again. This one's only $6.99, and it's about counting. The story's about a mom and her son, and they go on a play date to the beach, and then they count the different things that they see. Super fun. Again, gosh, guys, I've had to tape this guy back together a million times, but seriously, look at the artwork, the illustration in this book. This is called Fast and Furry Racers, the Silver Serpent Cup, and I can't wait until they come out with more in this series. They have a second one out. They go on a kind of like a Indiana Jones knockoff. I couldn't find that one currently, but it is super fun. Only $7.99, but the artwork is beautiful, and I cannot wait until they come out with more. Some of my kids' favorites. So it's called Fast and Furry Racers, the Silver Serpent Cup. $7.99. Okay. Readers. So there is fiction and nonfiction in these readers, and Harrison is a huge fan right now. So there are different stages. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, I can't remember. But there are different stages of these readers. Tip, guys, this is called Big Book of Little Stories, and I believe it's either in stage 1 or 2 of these. There are several of these same stories in this book. So if you just want to have some storybooks, I would recommend just getting this big book. But they have several stories in here. Fiction, right? That's storybooks, right? And this one is $21.99. Has several in there. And then it has a placeholder as well. So this one, you can buy most of these books in singles if you don't want to spend that much. Otherwise, if you just want to go for it, I would recommend just getting the bigger book. But these are just fun stories, and you can do activities in the back to test kind of what your child is remembering. And there's different stages for wherever your child is at. Let's see, going back with the big books, Ted and Friends. Again, you can buy these in singles. You know me, I like to save money. I would rather pay more up front than more in the long run. So this is $19.99, and these are fun little stories, and some of them you can like have little flaps to open, but these are really great for beginner readers. And also fun for smaller children, for mom or dad just to read them too. But there's these little flaps that they can open. So you can, again, buy these, the Ted and Friends Adventures. You can buy them separately or in the book. So there's that. Religious Peeps. There's Bible stories in here. Has different illustrated Bible stories, which kind of make scripture time for us a little more exciting for my young ones, because they have a hard time paying attention. Okay, where am I at? I am not even close to sharing everything I have, guys. I'm just going to keep going, and for those of you that are sincerely interested, you're just going to have a really long video, okay? So here is Billy's Underwater Adventures. There are several in this. It follows Billy, this little preschooler, in her different adventures and her imagination, which makes it really fun. And this is kind of what the illustration looks like. It says $10.99 per book. And then you just go about their different adventures, Billy's different adventures. So we have underwater and outer space adventures for my boys. What have I not? Oh, here we go. All right. Look Inside series. If you love, if you have kids that love to use their fingers a lot, this is really great for kinesthetic learners to go through. And the Look Inside series has a lot more flaps than the See Inside, Peek Inside, See Inside. There's See Inside, Look Inside, Peek Inside, Lift the Flap. There's lots of different varieties. But there's a lot more information in these ones. So I would say these are probably more for not so much as toddlers. There's quite a bit of little teeny flaps in these. So Harrison loves them, and he's 5. But there's lots and lots of information. So a lot of great nonfiction information. I have trains, Look Inside Your Body, which is so fun if you want to learn about how the body works. And there's also flaps inside the flaps. So let me find one. So here's a flap, and then here's another flap. All right. So I mean, it just makes it really fun for those kinesthetic learners. So fun. So this one I have Inside Your Body, how a computer works, Look Inside the Jungle, Look Inside construction sites, and there are lots of other options too. All right, Noisy books. These are a fan favorite as well, my children. This one is a Poppy and Sam adventure. Trains, my boys love anything that has to do with trains. And this goes through a story, and they have sounds to go along with them. So let me just show you. So this is a slowing down train. As he breaks down, let's see, this was him moving along. Lots of fun sounds. These ones are a little bit more pricey. These are $19.99, but they are well loved. You can see this one's falling apart. I need to tape him up. But they are well loved. I have trains, dinosaurs, noisy diggers, and there are lots of other options too. All right, I think I'll share with you one more series. 2 more? 1 more? I don't know. The Big Books series. So this one's the Big Book of Animals. So fun. So here, they open. Ta-da! 4 pages long, and there's lots of fun information in these. So there are several pages in here that will open up. Sorry guys. Which makes it super fun. These are $14.99, and I have Big Book of Animals, machines, no surprise here, dinosaurs. I think this one is no longer, but I have sea creatures, rockets and spacecrafts, and again, no surprise, trains, because my boys love trains. So again, these are just what I have, but there are lots of other options. All right, I'm gonna wrap up this book or this video, guys, because it is super long. For those of you that made it all the way through, good job. And I hope you guys enjoy the party. Let me know if you have any questions, or Emily, our book lady, our host. Well, I'm the host. She's our book lady. And happy shopping. And if you guys are just here just to see what Usborne and more is all about, then welcome. No purchases necessary. I just want you guys to have fun and get familiar with these books, and hopefully some of you will fall in love with them like I have. Well, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful night. Bye.